This area looks like mangroves?
Yeah, I saw like crocodile like tourism and...
Yeah, we need to have our senses aware. We're talking to you, but we probably should be... Hello. There's a lot of like wildlife kind of feeling out here. Man, this is...
This is cool.
This has exceeded expectations by a lot. Look out that way. Happy St. Patrick's Day from Langkawi.
We've got our green on today.
Got my
Dane's got
green.
his green singlet. I've got my green shorts on to celebrate. We're gonna have to find some Guinness later.
We know where we can get some. Yeah,
But,
it's my favourite drink now.
Yeah, but we actually spent some time in Northern Ireland at the end of last year, and we actually got to visit the grave of St. Patrick. So if you haven't seen those vlogs, you should go back and watch them.
Yeah, I'll link them on screen now. So yeah, it was really cool. We learned more about his story, and we were in his town.
Come to a place called Downpatrick, the final resting place of St. Patrick.
He was actually taken by pirates, which just adds like this whole new element to it. I don't know why that's not in the tombstone, or maybe that's just not even.
Not true.
That's just an Irish tale, which we seem to be picking up a lot of. Yesterday we had completely planned on filming, and it was like a rare occasion where we were just like, nah, we're just gonna exist. And honestly, we really don't do that.
No,
Probably
we
doesn't
don't.
seem like that, but we're just always on. There's always something happening. And yesterday we just watched Netflix, we swam.
Yeah, we were lazy, which was kind of nice for a change.
We know that there are some beautiful beaches up on the northeast side of the island that people don't often get to. And that is probably the goal for the day, whether or not that happens.
See if we can make it there.
We just had the biggest scare.
Off to a great start this morning, aren't we?
My heart's still racing. I was cleaning the lens, and as I was cleaning it, the camera pushed back from like my chest height, pushed back off our pod, and literally bounced off the floor like a basketball.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Safe to say it's a pretty expensive camera, and somehow the way that it landed, it was absolutely fine. It sort of messed up my lock on my battery thing a little bit, but whew, it was sort of a sketchy start. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but for us, obviously, it's pretty significant. Anyway, we're at Fanta now. There she is. She's going to take us around today. She's the guide. We got it.
Today gets better. Come back to the same spot that we were at yesterday because the coffee is so good and the view's not too bad either. Oh. I wasn't talking about that kid.
No, not the kid. I've drunk mine already because I sculled them, and Stacey's nursing while we sit here and watch these boats and jet skis. They go so quick. It's absolutely stupid how fast they fly along here. But there's a little area that you can see that's like cordoned off for people to swim, while everybody else on anything with a motor is just chaotic. So I've been driving for maybe, what do you reckon?
Like 20 minutes maybe?
Yeah.
Half an hour?
It's very just like wide open roads once you get to a certain point. It's really like dry and quite brown really driving around, isn't it? But then you come out and the beaches here, just we've got to a point now where we're actually, I suppose, driving along the coastline, huh?
Yeah, this beach kind of came out of nowhere because you sort of feel quite isolated and then bam, there it is.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful spot. It's not actually the one that we're looking for specifically, but
we just put in like an area as the destination. So
yeah,
we'll see.
I'll have a crack at pronouncing it once I can read again how it's actually like written.
Once it's in front of you.
But if this is anything to go by, I think this area I cannot see a single tourist on one of those lounge chairs there. So rather than get off now because it's just hot and sticky, we're going to keep driving up, see what we can find. If it's not so good up there, then we'll come back and explore here a little bit further, because Jerome is just like chomping to have a flight.
The drone.
So we pulled into this big sort of car parky area. Fanta's got herself a spot. We're heading over this side first towards the This area looks like mangroves. Would you
Yeah, I
say?
saw like crocodile like tourism and
Yeah, we need to have our senses aware. We're talking to you, but we probably should be. Hello. There's a lot of like wildlife kind of feeling out here. So we think behind us is the beach that we're trying to go to, which is called, excuse my pronunciation, Tanjung Rhu.
I reckon I think you nailed it.
It's probably, I mean, that's still like a Kiwi attempt at trying to make it sound good, but that's hopefully the pronunciation.
Tanjung Rhu.
Tanjung Rhu. But we're heading over this side where there's a lot of boats and mangrove sort of gig
Why
going
are
on.
there so many cars here? There must be more going on than what we think.
I think this is like it must be a tourist spot because a lot of them are tourism-y sort of cars, aren't they?
Yeah.
But let's go look. It's like nice and flat out here. And there's people sitting around waiting for boats and stuff.
Should we go over here?
Yeah, let's go through this bit first. 33 degrees today with a high of I think 35.
Oh, no wonder we got shiny forehead.
I know, I was looking at the footage of me talking this morning and I was like, God damn, I just put sunscreen on my face. It looked like you tried like even if a fly landed on me, it would slip right off. Well, this is very random. There are so many boats.
I wonder if they do like island tours from here. You know, like island hopping tours. Or do they look more like fisherman boats?
That's a good question.
Why don't you know?
We managed to figure out the answer anyway. Mangrove tours, monkey feeding, crocodile cave, fish farm, Underman Sea and Legend Cave. So there's all sorts of like tours and stuff that you can take around there. So probably not necessarily fishing, it's just like you can take a trip around the mangroves, go and check out some crocs, see some dials. What did you say? See some dials is definitely not a thing, eh?
Crocodiles. Oh my God.
See some dials. All right, this is feeling a bit more normal.
Beanbags. That's always a good sign of a good beach, I reckon.
It is.
Music, beanbags, I can hear mango shakes being made in the background. Wow. Look at all these baby islands.
So I don't actually think that we shared this yet, but Langkawi isn't just one main island, it's 99 main islands as well as...
I believe it's called an archipelago.
Ooh, but can you remember the additional? It's the 99 and then...
I think there's like another 5 or something that you can only see when it's low tide or
Right.
something like that.
Man, this is...
This is cool.
This has exceeded expectations by a lot. Look out that way. Oh, that's part of a resort, so we can't even go that way. Just looking, no touching.
B9.
Thoughts?
Swimming.
Yeah.
I need to go swim, it's so hot.
It almost feels a bit like a lake, to steal your words. It feels a little bit like a lake. It's super calm as well, which I absolutely love. And the last place that we went to in the last big beach I remember was when we were in Thailand, in Koh Lanta, and it was really rocky even though it was a really nice spot. This is nice and calm. Hours swimming and bathing. Fast forward maybe an hour and a half.
Look, we were at the beach and we had a little bit of a tiff which we don't normally do. And if we do, we don't normally put it on a vlog, but we were like, how do we connect
It doesn't
where
connect.
we are versus what we're about to do? Anyway,
We've reset.
we've reset. I've stopped being grumpy.
I've started aggravating her. And I've had to put a long sleeve because I'm burnt from
I
today.
was so
The
tired.
sun was so intense, even just on the drive. The beach was amazing, not taking anything away from that. Wish we could replace the last hour and a half, but that's just life and we're letting you see that. So we've changed up, we've had a swim in the pool, and now we're like,
Namaste.
let's go and celebrate. Not that.
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate St. Patrick's Day. We're gonna get some Guinness and some food.
And go
And-
to the other beach, the beach that we were at this
Yeah.
morning again.
Cenang.
Happy Guinness Day. I've never had Guinness served in an ice bucket container. Now what I don't know is if this is going to be the Guinness extra export or something, or just like Guinness. You know, if you're an expert like me, you realise that there's a difference.